Hello, my friends. One more quick Easter egg quotation mark since we're on the subject of it. I want to share this with you so that you can see this for yourself, again, playing out in your life. As you go through the world, as you go about your day, you've seen the changes occurring on the earth over the last 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and they've only increased and gotten greater and greater intensity. And that's because the Lord is revealing these things in the last days so that we flee the coming wrath. We go to Him and we are changed. We are taken up to Him. We go from the hard drive that is this world to the cloud-based server, which is in New Jerusalem heaven. Where there we receive an upgraded version of what we currently have, and then we await for the earth and the heavens to be transformed and made again new. And then we come and we will live here for 1,000 years, absent from Satan, absent from death, absent from pain, all these things taken away from us that we experience in this world like a thorn in our side. That thorn is removed. The only thing that plucks that out is a new creation itself, which is what we will walk into, those of us who have fled the coming wrath. Now this Easter egg, and for whatever reason, the Lord gave Stephen King dreams that meant something. And I don't know particularly if he gave him the dreams like that and he just turned out the way that he turned out, or if the dreams were prophetic and he decided that he would rather be in a fallen state of life. I don't really know. But what I know is what these movies that I've watched, which are based off of his dreams, they're all like Easter eggs within this game we call life. You look at The Stand, you look at Maximum Overdrive, you look at all these different things that he has produced that shows the world the days that you're living in. And now this one, I don't know if I've mentioned it before or not, it's possible. But this one, you can watch it right here on YouTube if you've never seen it before. It was a television series in the 90s and it's called The Langoliers. This series was based upon, yet again, another dream of Stephen King, where there is an airplane. A flight takes off, a pilot goes in control of the flight, and he is, I forget what they call that, dead flying, whatever it is, I forget what it's called, deadheading. He's deadheading. So this pilot is a pilot, trained pilot, but he's flying home as a passenger. And everyone that was on this plane, who were sleeping, wake up, and suddenly they see that everybody else around them had vanished. And then there's nobody flying the plane. So fortunately, there was a pilot on board who becomes one of the main characters in the movie. David Morse is his name, played in The Green Mile, some other things. And he, of course, takes over the pilot as they try to figure out what happened to them. I like the series again, like I like Maximum Overdrive, like I like The Stand. Not everybody was a fan of these things, but they were good to me, and they stuck with me throughout from the time as a child all the way till now so that I can see this Easter egg. What was the main thing that you'll see in this movie that happened that put them in the position where some of them disappeared, vanished, and some of them remained on this plane? Again, all these connections to airplanes that have been coming to me, that have been given to me. All the airplane connections, all the rapture connections, and this one thing that really stands out. The reason that this happened was because the airplane, as you'll see if you watch the movie, flew through the aurora borealis, and it transferred them through time. And if you go to the millennial reign, I'm not quite sure it's not that. I'm not quite sure if the new heaven and the new earth that we know is coming happens right away as to be that millennial kingdom. What if God reverses time itself, sending us back to the very beginning garden of the earth? This current state that we're living in, but in a revised state, so to speak. What if that happens for 1,000 years before the new heavens and the new earth comes? These things, I don't know, just things that I ponder. But in the movie, at least, in the dream, you'll see the thing that triggered this whole event was the aurora borealis. And then what do we see happening all over the earth? The aurora captured in the skies in places we've never seen it before. I could see it in Pennsylvania the other day. Never have I seen the aurora borealis, these northern lights as they're called. And I think this is all a sign, if you take into consideration the movie itself, the events that are playing out. It's a sign that some people are going to be taken, raptured, disappear, while others remain. And if you remain in this timeline, if it is like if I'm thinking, what if it's God reversing time to take us back to the beginning of the garden? If it's that, if we become that version of Adam and Eve, then this timeline continues. This timeline goes forward, which means they enter into the Great Tribulations. Just as if you watch the movie, you'll see at the very end of the movie, they're waiting for time to catch back up to them, the ones who stayed on the airplane. And then all of a sudden they converge with the world at the end of things. That could be like Judgment Day or Armageddon. But if you're interested in watching the movie, it's a good movie as far as what I believe is to be good. It's interesting. The characters are good. The plot development is good from my thought perspective. And again, it has a lot of ties to things that I'm seeing as Easter eggs in the world right now. So I will post it down in the comments. I'll just pin it. The link right to the YouTube video, or you don't have to do nothing to watch it. You just go to it and watch it. God bless.